Welcome back to LTC Heroes Live by Experience Care. My name is Peter Murphy-Lewis. I'm at HIMMSS 2023 in Chicago, Illinois. I'm excited because I'm at day 2. My very first interview is right in the startup section, right in the innovation section with someone who's not from Chicago. I'm speaking to Roeland Pelgrims. He's the co-founder of Nobi. Roeland, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for having us.
Nolan, tell me, what is Nobi and who's it for?
Sure. Nobi is a smart lamp. So first and foremost, it is a beautiful design object, but it's a bit like Superman. 99% of time, it is Clark Kent, so just a lamp. But when people are in need, and when I say people, I mean elderly, then it transforms into Superman. So it is stuffed with technology, with AI. It does fall detection, fall prevention, communication, and much more. Its mission is to enable elderly and their caregivers to live comfortably in safety, but also in dignity and happiness, supported by technology. That's what we do.
Wonderful. Amazing pitch. I'm gonna ask you a little bit further down how you got into senior care and so forth. But tell me first how you thought about Superman. And you have him right here. Can we see Superman?
Absolutely, you can see Superman. So here he is. Yeah.
Oh, so it hangs.
Yeah, it hangs from the ceiling. Well, we have various models. So this is one that hangs from the ceiling. We have one that is ceiling mounted. We have a smaller one for bathrooms and toilets. But basically, our ultimate goal is to pass what I call the IKEA test. I think that healthcare technology, medical technology, age tech in general, has been focused way too much on solving problems, not on being desirable. And for all important stuff in our lives, we are past that phase. From your clothes, you not only expect to keep you warm, but to express your identity and to feel comfortable. Age tech, exactly the same. Ugly is not mandatory, but somehow all devices that we put on the market seem to be almost willing to be ugly and unattractive. And we urgently need to change that. And what the IKEA test is very simple. I want to be able to hide our solutions in an IKEA and tell random people, look, in this IKEA, there are 200 lamps. One of them is actually not a lamp, but advanced care technology. Go find it. And in an ideal world, the results are completely randomized. Because from the outside, our solutions should not be part of care. They should be part of life. They should be fun to have, they should be beautiful to look at, and they should be completely integrated in day-to-day life. And only when you need care, it needs to transform itself in a care device. But it should never look and feel like a care device. So that's our mission.
Great point. Not something I regularly hear when I'm talking to somebody in senior care or even in product development. So I'm glad you gave us that metaphor. Roeland, tell me what is your interest here? You're at your go-to-market strategy now in the United States. Who are you hoping to talk to? And a year from now, where do you think Nobi is going to be first? Is it going to be in assisted living? Is it going to be in my grandparents' home?
Yeah. That's a great question. We are a European company, and we only moved to the US recently. We opened offices in New York. We recruited a team here, great people in the US, and we are extremely aware of the fact that there are a lot of differences between the European and US market. So step one is really learning about these differences, respecting the needs in the local market here, and adapting to these needs where need be. So let's say that step one is to meet as many potential customers, partners, resellers, distributors, system integrators, what have you, that can help us understand that market better and reach enthusiastic first pilot customers. 1 year from now, the ideal answer should be both. We would like to help both your grandmother at home and anyone who is living in assisted living, in nursing homes, memory care, etc. Nobi basically wants to make life for elderly more enjoyable wherever they live. So we try to be environment independent. Yeah.
Do you have your pricing figured out to go to market strategy? If an assisted living owner is watching this interview 6 months from now, the first thing they're going to say, Peter, why didn't you ask them how much it costs? I want to know if I can afford them, and then tell me the benefits of that investment.
Yeah. That's also a great question. So our pricing now is set at $1,799 US list price for a Nobi for one of these big lamps. and $799, so $799 for the smaller ones, the Nobitas. And that's basically it. You don't need additional infrastructure, routers or what have you. It's just connected to the existing electrical wires, and that's enough. So the rest is done by Nobi. So it's pretty affordable.
What's the difference between the Nobitas and the big one? And then tell me what an owner can imagine in terms of benefits, because I'm sure you've done studies and you probably even have percentages and efficiency.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of functionality and value that we offer, it's pretty broad. Some typical use cases are fall detection, of course. It's where it all started. And I think today we are really the gold standard in fall detection. In all the installations that we have in Europe, we are very proud to today have 0% false negatives. So there is not a single fall that occurred in our installations that Nobi did not pick up. And that extreme reliability is key for our type of solutions. And we have an average intervention time after an alert of only 102 seconds. That means that these alerts by Nobi are really taken serious by care staff and result in immediate action, which is great. That means that we have already saved lives, because elderly that fall, and they often fall. You know that 20% of elderly that are brought in a hospital as a consequence of a fall have been on the floor for over 1 hour. And in the age category of older than 90 years old, if you are on the floor for longer than 1 hour, the mortality in the 6 months after the incident shoots up to above 50%. So our statistics are not only about efficiency of technology, they are really about helping people and quality of life and adding qualitative life years. Yeah.
Tell me your personal story, because everybody who I talk to who gets into elderly care gets in for either a personal motivation or they have a mentor who teaches them the importance of this industry and that it's underappreciated, and the development always gets here sometimes second, third stage. What's your story?
Yeah. I'm extremely lucky to have a co-founding team. There's 3 of us that has a lot of experience in both elderly care and technology, which is a rare mix. I've been for the past almost decade a board member of the largest private elderly care organization of Belgium, Harmonia. So I had a front row seat in all the developments that were going on in elderly care. But also very involved in the decision making around technology selection, adoption and lack of adoption in elderly care. And in that selection process, we got a bit frustrated. And frustration and anger are usually great drivers for a new business. So I then talked to 2 people that I had co-founded businesses with in the past. Stan, who is our CTO, he has co-founded and exited Care Solutions, the largest software management platform for elderly care in our countries. So he knows technology in elderly care. And Bert de Haas, who is, let's say, the godfather in Belgium of smart home. He started his first smart home venture in 1999, so way back in the previous century. Exited a few companies, made smart home technology at the time as well for elderly care residencies. He made digital interfaces for nurses where they could log care activity, etc. So extremely lucky to have a founding team that is experienced in technology and in elderly care, and that made it for Nobi extremely easy almost, to get this thing going.
Roeland, as we start to wrap up, apart from being a natural marketer and natural pitch man, what's your role at Nobi?
It's pretty simple. Bert is our inventor. He comes up with the great ideas. He is the guy that says, this needs to be a lamp. Then the second guy, Stan, transforms these great ideas into great solutions. He is the CTO that makes it happen. And then my job is around these great solutions to build a great company. So basically, they're almost done, and my job only begins now. Yeah.
Perfect. My last question is, what's next then? The next couple days here at HIMMSS? What are you looking to learn? Obviously, you're trying to create relationships, make sure that there's a fit, make sure your pricing works, make sure where you're going to go in. But what are you trying to learn?
Yeah, that's a great question. What I'm personally trying to learn here is all the unknown unknowns that today we are not taking into account yet, just because we don't know about the US market, US consumers, US families, and their expectations. So it's really filling in all the blanks that we can then take back to HQ and make sure that we adjust Nobi to the needs of US partners. Yeah.
Lovely. On behalf of LTC Heroes, thank you for joining me. Where can we find Nobi online, Roeland?
That's www, of course, .nobi.life. Life with an F.
Thank you so much. See you around.
Hey, thank you.